Hello, welcome back to another movie update. I got a pretty big stack here. It was bigger than the last time. But anyways, let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to show you is Dario Argento classic, A Deep Red. If you haven't seen this movie, you got to check it out. It's one of his best films. Even though I think my favorite is by him is Opera. That's just an all-around classic film, but this one holds up still as well. So definitely check it out. It's really easy to get. It's like widely distributed now, more easy to get than it was before. Next, I finally got was True Romance. Like I said, I thought I got it with this with that Warner box set, which I didn't, which really confused me. And before you say anything, yes, it is a Warner Brothers picture. Can't see it, but there's the Warner Brothers symbol down there. So I was in the right mind to believe that it might have been on there, but it wasn't. So just got the single. No harm, no foul. I can now show it off. And then next is Blood Feast 2, All You Can Eat. Now I want to tell you all, I already had this movie, but the problem is that it was the R-rated version, not the unrated version, which is what this is. This is the one I wanted. I actually got that for Christmas back in like 2009, 2010, I think. So, and then I never really fixed it until recently, as you can see. But I'm happy to have this now, and I did see this version already. This is actually the version they have on Netflix, not the R-rated version, and this version is far superior. It is way bloodier. Like, the R-rated version is bloody as well, but this like, it's like what an unrated version you'd expect. Hold on, real quick. Bendy straw. Next is Arnold Schwarzenegger classic, The Running Man, based on a Stephen King story, or I'm sorry, Richard Bachman. Definitely a great dystopian film. Nice to have it on Blu-ray. I'm not sure if this is a newly released Blu-ray, or they've had this out for a while. It says copyright 2013. So yeah, this is a newer Blu-ray. It's nice to see this out, and it was a good price too. The next couple. Okay, the next two actually are updates. The Punisher, I already have this on DVD, but I wanted to get a Blu-ray of it, even though it kind of depresses me that this isn't not the unrated director's cut. I like the director's cut a lot, but you know, this is the version I see more often. Like, I only saw the director's cut once, and I was hoping that would be this, but you know, I actually think I might prefer this version, but it's whatever. And the next is Rambo, the new one. Kind of confusing, I know, I still think that's a dumb title. You know, Rambo 5, you know, why not put up 5 at the end of that, but I have this on DVD. I'm not sure if the DVD I have is the unrated version, excuse me, or the R-rated version. I think it's unrated, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it's nice to have this on Blu-ray. I'll have to watch it to see how different it is. Or I can just look at my DVD, see what's up. The next movie I haven't seen since 6th grade, but I finally got it on Blu-ray, which is awesome. It's The Princess Bride. I keep doing that for some reason. This is an all-around classic. It's one of those movies that everyone you talk to likes it. I like it. Your mom likes it. Your dad likes it. Everyone likes this movie. I haven't met anyone who hasn't liked this movie. And I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, if you don't like it, I guess that's fine. But it's just an all-around good classic. Feel-good, good time. Now, the next movie I actually had to buy because I was buying this other movie at the time, and that movie is actually in the set, and I was just like, okay, I can't buy that movie and not have a testosterone movie. So I bought this, The Hurt Locker, and this is another update. I have this on DVD. I actually bought the DVD at the store I work at, but this was on sale at Target, so I was just like, I'll just pick this up on Blu-ray, update it. So I have a few movies on DVD that I can now sell, which is nice. This is a great war movie, one of the best. The next one is I wanted a new series to watch because How I Met Your Mother's almost out, and I've been liking that a lot, and it kind of sucks to see that go. So I needed something new. So I picked up the first season of Community, and I like it so far. It's pretty funny. And not as funny as How I Met Your Mother. It's not like, doesn't have as powerful as jokes, but it's more subtle humor. Not completely subtle, but still subtle nonetheless. You'll still, like, there's still like some hard hits to it, but it's more calm humor than it is, you know, bust out laughing kind of humor. But I like it. It's really good. Ken Jeong is really funny in it. Joe McHale as the lead actor, as the lead in the show, is really funny. I've only seen the first disc. How many discs are there? All 25 episodes on 4 discs. Yeah, I only had enough time to really watch the first disc on this, but I'm looking forward to watching the rest. It is a funny show. I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't already. Target only has the seasons there for about like, what, $15, so you can't go wrong. And normally TV series go for like $30, $50, so it's nice to see something that's good quality being so not expensive. The next, I'm just going to show both these at once. It's Godzilla, the original animated series, volumes 1 and 2. Now, I don't have volume 3 because that one's out of print. I'm not sure how long it's been out of print for. I mean, this is bothering me. Look at that. They cut the freaking spot. Stupid. And I like this animated series. It's kind of dumb, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. This case is lighter than this case. This case is like heavy compared to this one. And there's not like a booklet in it. This is just thicker plastic. But there's some stupid stuff about the animated series. Like, this isn't Godzilla really. It has it's kind of like, it seems like every time America gets Godzilla, they kind of screw it up. Even though the new Godzilla movie, it looks like they're not screwing that up at all. But with this one, Godzuki, he's kind of stupid. The cast are all, you know, the typical 70s cartoon dumb characters. And Godzilla, like, this really isn't Godzilla. He's named Godzilla. He kind of resembles him. But the problem is that, one, he doesn't have his roar. The roar is actually done by the same, I forget the dude's name, but he was the guy who played the butler in The Addams Family. You have to realize I never watched The Addams Family, so I have no idea what the butler's name is. But it's that guy. He did the roar for Godzilla, and, you know, it's kind of more like, you know, roar, stuff like that. And it's just like, you copyrighted the monster, but you didn't get the roar for him. That's stupid. And apparently, though, in the Japan version of the show, it's his traditional roar. Even though I tried looking that up, I tried finding footage of it, but I couldn't anywhere. And even in the Japanese version of the show, it goes by a different name. I forget what it's called, though. In Japan, I mean, like, it's not a different monster name. It's still Godzilla, but it has a different subtitle. It's not called Godzilla, the Animated Series, or anything like that. I would like to complete it. I get volume 3, but like I said, that's out of print. And also, that's just the first season. There's other seasons to this. It's not just one season. And the other seasons have never been released on DVD or any format. I've tried looking clips up on YouTube. They're not on Netflix. This series used to be on Netflix, but like, not the complete ones, just the first season. And Amazon Prime also only has the first season. So I don't know if we'll ever see the rest of the series. I know the show lasted until like 81. And as a Godzilla fan, I'd like to see the rest of it. But it's what it is. It's entertaining. It's stupid. He still fights monsters. You know, it's not really Godzilla. He doesn't have atomic breath. He has fire breath. And he shoots lasers out of his eyes, which was really, really weird. Sorry, that just tastes really good. Now the next. This is real Godzilla. Because it is Godzilla. It's the Godzilla Criterion Collection Blu-ray. This comes with the original Gojira and the Americanized version. I love how they say the original 1954 Japanese version is presented here along with Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the 1956 Americanized version. I love how they put quotes around that. And now, what I like about this, it looks really good on Blu-ray, even though it is just in black and white. But really, it's really cool. It's like, it comes with this booklet. That's cool, but that's like, this is what I'm talking about. That's cool. His head comes out, even though that's not the Godzilla you see in the movie. It's one of the later Godzillas. That's the movie's Godzilla. These are like, I love how like they put pictures of like the newer Godzillas on these Godzilla DVDs sometimes. It's hysterical. And that actually looks like the poster of the new Godzilla movie, which is really cool. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it's nice to see. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, we're now having a bunch of Godzilla movies being released on Blu-ray, which is really cool. I have all of them except for 85. '85 was never released on DVD and legally here in America. You can get some like Korean versions of it, Region Zeros, but I'd rather it be official. I mean, if that's the only way I can get it, I'll get it. But as of now, I'm just stuck with that. Next is Invincible. I got this because I'm a fan of Mark Wahlberg, and I've actually never seen this movie. A 30-year-old bartender is about to become NFL's most unlikely rookie, and it's about the Philadelphia Eagles. I haven't seen this, and I like Mark Wahlberg. I live in Pennsylvania, but I don't like the Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll always say that. But like I said, it's Mark Wahlberg, and even if it's for a team I don't like, I'll still watch it. And I heard it's really good. Like, my friends really like it, but then again, they're all Eagles fans. That's whatever. And this is the movie that, like I was saying, like, I had to buy the Hurt Locker with, because, testosterone, I'm a dude, I can't just be buying Frozen without a dude film. You can't get away with that, man. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm sure, like, I haven't watched this yet. My girlfriend wanted to watch this with me. We were supposed to watch it today, but my work schedule, we didn't get a chance. We didn't have enough time to. We just kind of hung out a little bit. So I'm holding off on watching this until I get to see it with her. She loves it a lot. She saw it like so many times by now. But then again, I saw Pacific Rim how many times. So I'm looking forward to it. And she better be right that was a good movie, or else, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Now, this movie I'm going to do a separate video for because I want to talk about it more. It's Return to Nukem High Volume 1. I was so excited. I was so happy. I was like, what beautiful times we live in. That there's a new Nukem High movie. Then I saw it. We're gonna get talk to that. Disappointment, man. Now the next is Killer Elite. This didn't get too hot reviews when it was released, and I don't know why. This is a fun action film. I don't get it. Like, I don't get how critical critics can be sometimes. It's a fun movie. Is it perfect? No, but it's fun. Can we just sit back, relax, and have a good time? Now the next few, okay, no, it's just the one. Expendables. Now I owned the second one before I owned any copy of this one. This is the extended version. I've seen this already. My buddy has this movie. I like this movie, even though it's a lot slower than the Expendables 2. The Expendables 2 is way better than this, but this is still a lot of fun to watch. And it's funny because I like the Expendables 2 more, but I never bought the Expendables 2 on Blu-ray. I bought this on Blu-ray because it was only like, less than $5 where I bought it. And like the Expendables 2 Blu-rays, every time I found them, they were always like $20. I was like, nah, I'm not going to deal with that. The Expendables 2, I love it, but it's not that good. But I'm not spending that much money on it. And next is a double feature of Bloodsport and Time Cop. I like Bloodsport, but I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Time Cop yet, but I like Van Damme. Even though he has become a better actor now than he was back then, you still can't go wrong with a good Van Damme movie. They're perfect guy movies most of the time, and sometimes you just need to sit around, get a few friends, and you have to have that perfect guy movie. And Van Damme movies normally are. Same thing with Stallone and Dolph Lundgren and Schwarzenegger movies. They're good movies to watch with the boys around. Next is Road Warrior. This is way better than both the first and second one. I mean the first and third one. This is the second one. But sometimes you just gotta get beyond Thunderdome. I'm sorry, that was terrible. But I prefer this one way more than the first one. The first one's actually my least favorite of the trilogy. I prefer the Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome because it's more entertaining. The first one's kind of more slow, but this is definitely the best one. I definitely recommend it, and I love how they it's Mad Max, but they just call it the Road Warrior. I'm guessing they really didn't want to identify it as has anything to do with the series. Like, nowhere on this DVD, on this Blu-ray, does it mention it being about Mad Max. I mean, it obviously said it's about Max, but it doesn't say Mad Max the Road Warrior, even though other versions of this movie I've seen have said, Mad Max the Road Warrior. But Not a big deal at all. Just me being goofy, basically. Now, next is a series of movies I like a lot. Now, the first one's obviously the best, even though I saw the second one first, and the one I saw the most out of all of them is actually the fourth one, because that was the one they showed on TV a lot, and I only saw the third one once, and the first one I think like 3 times. And it's the Tremors movies. I love these movies, especially the first one. The first one's all-around classic, and I had no idea that the sequels were all direct-to-video sequels. Well, maybe the fourth one, I came to the conclusion that was a made-for-TV movie, but I thought at least the second one I thought was a theatrical release, but it wasn't. They were all direct-to-video. Now I'm happy I got this attack pack. Now let me tell you a little bit. I had this weird dream where the graboids were attacking the town I lived in. So like the next day I went to the gym, and then I was like, I want to watch Tremors now. So I went out and I bought this, and I was almost about to buy it on Blu-ray because I thought that was all they had. But no, they actually had this in there, which is, I bought this because it was cheaper, and I wasn't entirely sure how much I remember liking it. But as I watch it now, I realize it's like, yes, this series holds up really. At least the first one holds up really well. Even though the cover on this is wrong, the graboids don't look like that at all. I mean, they got the worm thing right, but they don't have this. They don't look like this. Like, how did they screw that up? But it's whatever. It's just a mild complaint. And it's like, it's one of those weird movies that puts a smile on my face. Like, I don't get it. Like, of all movies, Tremors puts a smile on my face. And you just feel good when you're watching it. But same with this movie, The Sword in the Stone. This is actually my favorite Disney animated movie, oddly enough. I was going to get this on Blu-ray, but this was cheaper, and this is another one of those things where it's just like, I saw it when I was younger, and I remember it being my favorite Disney movie. I mean, not my favorite Disney movie, my favorite Disney animated movie when I was a kid. But as I got older, I was like, does it hold up? And yes, it does, but I'd still prefer just having it on DVD for right now, because until the price of it goes down, until the price of the Blu-ray goes down a little bit, and maybe then I'll update and then sell this to somebody. And the next is a very underrated action film, and it's Eraser. Now, I thought this was a time travel movie at first, but no, he's just a guy who like erases people's identity and stuff like that, and makes them look like they're dead, so that way witness protection helps them more, helps the person more. And this is a lot of fun. I don't know why it either gets ignored or not mentioned and stuff like that. I got it for like, maybe it's because I got it for $2, but I can't deny I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I mean, that doesn't say much. I love like almost all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, except for his like kid work, except for his like kids films. Even sometimes I find those to be fun. Except Junior, that was terrible. But this is one of the better Arnold movies. I like this a lot. Definitely check it out if you haven't seen it already. It's definitely worth a watch. Like I'd definitely watch this again. And the next is a movie I needed to see. Like I needed to see this movie. I've been very down for a while. I went through something that I really didn't want to go through. Obviously, I mean, when you don't want, obviously when it's something bad, you never want to go through it. But I just really needed a movie to like make me feel okay, and this movie did it. Silver Linings Playbook. This is another one where I wanted to get it on Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray was like $25, and this was like $12. So it's like I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice here and just get the DVD. And this is a great movie. If the Blu-ray was cheaper, I'd be more than willing to buy it. Like a lot. Like it's been out for about over a year, so I don't know why it's still so expensive, but I think it might be worth the price, but I can't really afford that much right now, especially for something I wasn't really too sure about. But when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is a movie, like, I can connect with this movie right now. This is the movie I wanted to see. This is a movie I needed to see. It made me feel better about what happened. I mean, it still kind of sucked, but it's a movie that I could connect to at the time, and we all need that movie, and this was it for me. So definitely going to be at the top of my list for a while, and if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's worth a watch. It's an awesome movie. It has lots of heart, lots of character, and it takes place near where I live. So, and when they mention places that I can actually just drive to right now, that's really cool. So that also made it gave it another thumbs up. Now, next is another awesome guy movie. It's The Rock. It doesn't star The Rock, but it's called The Rock. And this is an awesome action movie. One of the most entertaining action movies. Now, this has a certain line in it, and then I'm gonna have to get my friends to watch this movie because that certain line they'll actually get a smile on their face. But I'd talk about that movie more, but I'm pretty sure most people have already seen it. It's one of Michael Bay's better films. Now, I'm just going to show all three of these at once. It's the Avatar Book 1 Water, Volumes 1 through 3. I know there's more volumes to this, but I haven't gotten them yet. They were just selling them at my store for a cheap price, and all they had was the first 3 of Water. It's weird, they had them randomly. The first 3 of Water, then like the first 3 of Fire, which is the last book, and then like Book 1 of Earth, I think it was. And I was like, this is really random. So like, I'm going to just get, I think there's 5 volumes in this, so I'm going to get the last 2, and then I'm going to get the complete collections of Earth and Fire, then just to complete it all. And the next is, I'm going to show this in a different order than I have here. Day of the Doctor. I finally got around to getting this on Blu-ray, and I actually saw this in theaters. I actually dressed up as the Doctor to see this in theaters, and this is an awesome special. The 50th anniversary was awesome. I saw it with one of my buddies, and we loved it. Even though I wish it was a little longer, that would have been cool, but this was more of a made-for-TV thing. The theatrical thing was just kind of something special for the fans, and I am happy that I got to be one of those fans who saw it in theaters. And I thought there would be like maybe a few more people, but no, that theater was packed, and I was happy that it was packed. I saw it in 3D in the big screen, and it was awesome. I would totally relive it again. I'd totally put my Doctor suit back on, and I'd totally take my buddy's sonic screwdriver again. And I haven't watched this yet because it's been kind of freaking me out to watch it, and it's Time of the Doctor. I didn't get to see this on Christmas because my parents had the TV at the time. I'm not going to be rude and take it from them. And I cannot, I want to watch it, but my one buddy said it made him tear up a little bit, and I was like, I don't want to go through that right now. But I am happy to have it. It sits firmly in my Doctor Who collection. Anyone who's seen that video, this is my second favorite series of all time, and I cannot wait to see how Peter Capaldi handles the Doctor. Alright, only 3 more, and the next is a double feature of Shooter and Four Brothers, a Mark Wahlberg double feature. And I've already seen these 2 movies. I have Four Brothers. I never owned Shooter, but I did like it when I saw it, so it's nice to have it now. And like I said, it's still plastic. I already saw them, so I didn't really need to get them out yet. And another movie I already saw but haven't opened yet is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And this is another movie. I don't know why, but I never owned it. And this is one of those all-time classic comedies, and if you don't like it, you're screwed. I really do recommend this movie, especially if you haven't seen it yet. John Candy's always a lot of fun in any role he's in. Even though I haven't seen him in Canadian Bacon, it sucks that he had to pass away so early. He definitely had more of a solid career going for him. He had such heart, such character, and this was one of his best movies. Even though my favorite role he was in was still Bartholomew. He was such a charismatic character. It's gonna suck. It sucks that he's not around anymore. And lastly, but not least, it's The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, let me tell you a quick story. I bought this off of Amazon, right? I pre-ordered it. I was supposed to get day 1. They waited till yesterday to tell me my card got declined. I was like, thank you. Now I have to wait 2 days to get it. So I was like, you know what? Screw them. I tried to cancel it. They won't let me cancel it. So I went to Best Buy, said, hey, Best Buy, let me buy this. And they were just like, okay, you can buy it. So I now own it. I almost flipped off the camera there because I wanted to flip off Amazon because they really annoyed me with that. Because that's like the 3rd time they did that. And I have like this free 2-day shipping thing, which really annoys me. But I would talk about this movie more, but I want to do a single review for the Blu-ray itself and the movie. But I love this movie, so that's why I was so annoyed that they freaking canceled my order on me like that. But I am happy to finally have it. I've been waiting for this for a while. It was one of my favorite movies of the year. It's actually the best movie, in my opinion, that came out last year. I don't like it more than Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is still my favorite movie, but this is a phenomenal masterpiece. Last year was a perfect year for dark comedies, and this was the best comedy of last year. Well, one of the best, at least. Maybe it is the best. I'll have to think about it. I'm just so happy I get to put that right in my DVD shelf. And I love this movie so much. Hold up. I bought the book with it. The memoir, his memoir. Because I wanted to see how much the movie matched reality. Anyways, that's my update. I can't wait to see you guys later.